Ever feel like you're just not good with money? You know, like you're stuck in this financial hole and you just can't seem to dig your way out. Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to dive into Tiffany Aliche's amazing book, Get Good with Money. We're going to walk through her 10-step roadmap to not just get rich, but to get whole. To get that real solid control over your financial life. So, here's the game plan for our journey today. First, we'll talk about getting from that feeling of being in a hole to being financially whole. Then we'll lay out the full 10-step map and break it down into 3 simple pillars: building your foundation, conquering those big obstacles like debt, and finally, switching over to growing your future. And you're going to want to stick around because at the end, we'll pinpoint the one crucial first step you can take today. All right, let's jump right in. The path to really getting good with money, it almost always starts from a place of feeling like you've royally messed up. And the book makes one thing incredibly clear. That feeling is completely 100% normal. I mean, really think about it. Have you ever had that sinking feeling deep in your gut where you're just thinking, I've made a mistake I can't come back from? If you're nodding along, then guess what? You're in the exact same spot the author was when her own journey began. Those were Tiffany Aliche's own words. See, back in the 2009 recession, she lost her teaching job, she couldn't pay for her condo, and she had to move out. She was deep in that financial hole, buried under student loans, credit card debt, and her savings were just gone. She had officially hit rock bottom. And right there at rock bottom, that was the turning point. A friend said something to her that changed everything. Struggling with money doesn't make you a bad person, it just makes you human. And that right there is the absolute first step for all of us. You have to forgive yourself. You have to let go of the shame, because that's what frees you to stop staring at the problem and start actually looking for the solution. Be a paper towel person. Don't just stare at the mess, wipe it up and move forward. So, that leads us directly to the solution. The big idea at the heart of this entire book. The goal isn't just to get rich, it's to achieve financial wholeness. This is our destination. So what on earth is financial wholeness? Well, it's not about having some crazy number in your bank account. It's about creating a stable, secure system where all the pieces of your financial life, your savings, your debt, your investments, are all working together in harmony. It's really about finding security and peace of mind no matter what your paycheck says. And here it is, the full 10-step roadmap. I know, it can look like a lot all at once, but don't get overwhelmed. This is the whole journey, right from the absolute basics like budgeting, all the way up to the big stuff like leaving a legacy. And to make it way more manageable, we're going to group these into 3 simple pillars. So, let's start with Pillar 1, your foundation. This is ground zero. It's all about mastering 2 fundamental things first. Number 1, knowing exactly where your money is going, and number 2, making a plan to put some of it aside for your future. Okay, so the very first, most practical thing you can do is create what Tiffany calls a money list. And look, this isn't some super complicated, scary budget. It's just an honest list of what's coming in and what's going out every month. Because you can't manage what you don't measure, right? This is your measuring stick. And when you actually fill it out, bam, this is what happens. All of a sudden, everything is crystal clear. You can spot the little leaks, you can see where you might be able to cut back, and you can find money you didn't even know you had to start putting towards your goals. It's like a diagnosis for your financial health, and that knowledge, it is so empowering. All right, once you know where your money's going, it's time to save like a squirrel. I absolutely love this analogy. A financial winter, a job loss, a medical bill, some crazy surprise expense. It's going to come for every single one of us eventually. The whole idea is to stash away savings during the good times so you're ready when that unexpected winter hits. If you are finding this video helpful, please make sure to hit that like button and share it with someone who this might help and be a benefit to their financial decision-makings. Your support means a lot to me and helps the channel grow, allowing the YouTube algorithm to show this content to a bigger crowd. More people can benefit from these ideas and hopefully improve their financial well-being. Okay, so your foundation is set. Now we're ready for Pillar 2. Conquering the obstacles. This is where we go head-to-head with the two giants that keep so many of us feeling stuck and just completely overwhelmed: debt and credit.
And you know what? The first step here is going to sound really familiar. It's not a magic trick. It's just about getting clear. You make a debt list. You write down every single debt, who you owe, how much, and what the interest rate is. I know it can feel a little scary, but looking those numbers right in the eye is the only way you're going to beat that.
Because once it's all laid out on paper, that debt is no longer this vague, terrifying monster hiding in the dark. Nope, it's just a bunch of numbers on a page. And now you can actually get strategic. You can pick a payoff plan. You can automate your payments. That organization is literally the key that unlocks the door out of debt.
Now for the really exciting part. Pillar 3 is where we shift our mindset from playing defense to playing offense. It's about moving past just being stable and starting to actively build long-term wealth for your future. This is where the fun begins. So let me just throw a quick question at you to get us started. Imagine a teacher who makes $39,000 a year and an attorney who makes $150,000 a year. Who do you think has the higher net worth? The answer, well, it just might surprise you.
Check this out. This example from the book is a total game changer. Look at the scales. The teacher, Tiffany, has a way lower income, but she has assets and zero debt, so her net worth is positive. The attorney, Jennifer, makes a ton of money, but she is drowning in student loans and car payments, dragging her net worth deep into the negative. This perfectly illustrates a core financial truth. How much you make is not how much you're worth.
So here's the real score, the number that actually matters. It's not your salary, it's your net worth. It's simply what you own minus what you owe. The entire goal of this whole journey, from budgeting all the way to investing, is to make that one number go up year after year.
Okay, so we've covered the struggle, we've laid out the map, and we've walked through the 3 pillars to get you to your destination. Now let's bring it all home and talk about the single most important part of all, taking that very first step.
You have got to remember this. This is the mindset shift that changes absolutely everything. Money is just a tool. It's like a hammer. You can use it to build something amazing, or you can use it to cause destruction. But you are the one holding the hammer. You tell your money where to go, not the other way around.
Okay, let's tie this all together with a quick recap. The goal, the big prize, is financial wholeness, that stable, secure system. You get there by building a strong foundation with a money list and a savings plan. Then you conquer your obstacles by facing your debt head-on. After that, you get to grow your future by focusing on what really counts, your net worth. And through it all, you remember the most important rule of the game. You are the boss.
And that just leaves us with one final question. Look, this isn't about changing everything overnight. It's about one small choice. So what is the first tiny step you're going to take right now to start your journey toward getting good with money? What's that one small thing you'll do for your future self?
Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Finance Puppy, and here's to a better financial tomorrow. Cheers!